Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my declutter for all of my cheek products. I've got bronzers here, highlighters and blush. And then I've also got some face palettes to go through. I don't know how much I'm going to declutter, but I think it's, I did a good job with my lip products. I did a little bit with my face products. And yeah, I think there are definitely some here that I just don't enjoy anymore. And I really want to cull some of my inventory. So that's what I'm going to do. I guess I'll start with highlighters because I'm mostly here. So let me push everything to the side. All right, so these are my highlighters. This is not a highlighter, but I do have the remnants of a highlighter in here. It is from my Kiko Milano Light of Venus. It's always hard for me to read that, but it came broken. So everything that was broken, I put in here. So this I'm not getting rid of because it is the most beautiful highlighter that I own. It is definitely by far my favorite and I don't want to get rid of it. It's a beautiful champagne-y color. Hopefully you can see that, but trust me if you can't. But yeah, this one I'm keeping. Then I've got an over here. This is a duo though, so I've got a blush and a highlighter in here. I don't really care for the blush all that much, if I'm honest. I just don't think it's all that interesting. It's kind of a peach and I don't know, it doesn't really swatch very well. And then the highlighter is, what color, what is this? This is the Snuggle Up. And the highlighter looks like this, very powdery. I don't know if I kind of want to keep this, to be honest. I don't ever pull for this. I really don't care for it all that much, but I don't think I have it in me to get rid of it yet. So I'm going to keep that one. This one is from Juvia's Place. This is the Hair and Glow one. I got this free with purchase when I did my first and only Juvia's Place purchase last year. And unfortunately, the shade that they gave me just doesn't really work. It is very, very golden and not something that I can put on my skin. But it's really beautiful. So I don't know, it's just the type of thing, like, do I get rid of it because I can't wear it? Obviously, that is the sensible thing to do. Sorry, I just had to change something on my camera. Hopefully this is fine. But yeah, I think, I never use this. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I really want to find another home for it. It is really beautiful, but I just don't think it's the right color for me. So this one I'm going to say goodbye. These two are their Super Shocks. This is the Coasting and this is Manifest That. So these two I'm keeping. I'm trying to pan them. They kind of look very similar to each other in terms of how much I've panned. Well, maybe not so much. I've had this one a little bit longer. This is a beautiful coral, like peachy coral color. And I really, really enjoy it. It's very, very light on the skin, but really beautiful glow. And then this one is more of an icy pink. Actually, I should do a different finger for that. Yeah, this one's got more of a punch, but still a very soft sheen glow. I'm keeping both of these because I want to finish them. It is my mission. Okay, next let's have a look and see what we have in here. So I've got this Baked DLS highlighter. I really like this. This is in the shade Bellini. I got this in a subscription box and I think this is a lot of fun. I have pretty much only used it as an inner corner, not so much as a highlight, but it's really fun and I don't have any other pink highlights like this, so I'm going to keep it. I actually like the formula. Then I have the Catrice. This is limited edition Advent Beauty. It's the Lilac Frozen Glow. And this one I love in inner corner as well. I have used it a couple times or maybe just once on my cheeks, but mostly I just use it as the inner corner and I really, really enjoyed it when I had it in my Shop My Stash because I created quite a nice dent in it. But yeah, this one I'm going to be keeping for sure. Oops, I just threw that, but I'm keeping that one. I just think it's stunning. This is the Norns from Odin's Eyes, the Mesmerizer Veil of Future. I don't think I like this, which is pretty unfortunate. It's got pretty bad hard pan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not good. It's just, it's more of a golden And I wish that it was more of this lilac shade, because obviously you've got all the different colors here. Obviously, if I just swatch a little bit of the lilac, it comes off a little bit, but mostly it is just all golden. And I have been wearing it on my cheeks. It's not as dark as the Juvia's Place one that I've decluttered, so I'm going to keep it. It's also a newer highlighter for me, but it really isn't my favorite. I've been actually very disappointed with a lot of the products that I got from Oden's Eye, unfortunately. And yeah, the hard pan is pretty bad, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Next, I've got a Becca highlighter. This is the Prismatic Amethyst. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. I bought it because it's so pretty, right? And then Becca was going out of business, and I thought, well, let me get a Becca item. But it is this pink, icy pink with a white cast, and it's just too icy, it's too white based for me. It doesn't look good, and I don't know what to do with it. I guess I could just use it as an inner corner highlight. I haven't done that yet, so that's something that I'm going to have to try to do. But yeah, it's just not my favorite, and it's not like it was on super discounted sale. You know, I did spend quite a bit of money on it. It's a beautiful compact. I like the luxury of having it, but I never use it, so it was a purchase that I shouldn't have done. Okay, next I've got the I&M, the Universe Star highlighter, and this is in the shade Moonlight. I think I might declutter this one. I have put a lot of use into it, but I don't know if you can see that. I feel like it is expired. When we moved to Portugal, I think this overheated because it wasn't like this before I left. And I think something went wrong in the formula. Like, it didn't have all of these little bits in it when you swatch it. And I just think it doesn't look as nice anymore. And it's just too blinding on the cheeks. But yeah, I don't like the formula. So this one, sadly I'm going to get rid of, which I didn't think I was going to do. But there you go. That's why we do these. Okay, next up I've got this MAC. This is my second one I finished. It's the Whisper of Guilt Extra Dimension. I'm going to buy another one of these. But I kind of want to buy one that has this beautiful packaging, because this was the holiday edition. I did get some nail polish on here, which I haven't fully got rid of. But this was the holiday edition, and I bought this a few years ago. And this was absolutely abused by me. I absolutely love this to death. And this is the second one I finished. But I swear, I have not used this since it's got to this point, because I was panning it last year and then I just stopped. But I really want to buy the Whisper of Guilt. I'm just waiting for a nicer compact because they have it in black, and I don't know, I kind of want a nice compact again, as silly as that sounds. But I love this highlighter. It is stunning. I would actually use it as a bronzer topper, just to bronze my face. That's mostly what I used it for. So yeah, I used to do my foundation, and then I would just bronze this around my cheeks. I don't know what I was thinking, but obviously I did it a lot because there's nothing left. But I'm keeping this for nostalgia purposes, and until I get a replacement. I mean, I still have a little bit left, so I want to use it, I can, but until I get a replacement, I'm not going to get rid of it. I just don't want to, so I'm not going to. Okay, then I've got a Beauty Bay. This I don't really care for. This is the Glaze shade. And this one is just a little bit too blinding, but it's got that same issue that I&M did, where I don't like the formula that much. I need to clean my hand. I think it's pretty when I swatch it, but it's a little thick, you know, and it looks bad on the skin. But I have so much here. I've hardly used this, which is a shame. I mean, how much do you get in here? You get 4 grams of product. Yeah, I think a part of me just wants to see, oh, can I get more use out of it? But honestly, it looks the same as this I&M, actually. Let me just swatch these two together, because I never realized they look so similar. So that's the I&M, which is a little bit more champagne-y, and then the Glaze is a little bit more pinkish. But they are very similar. Yeah. So Glaze is a little peachier. Okay, let me keep Glaze. I think I need to play around with it in the Shop My Stash before I make a final decision. But I don't think I like this, because even when I put the I&M on my cheeks the last time I used it, and I've used quite a bit of it, it just didn't look good. All right, next up I've got the e.l.f. This is the multi-dimensional face and body shimmer, and I actually have hit pan in this. It was very strange because this was a very weird, it is actually a really weird formula. It's almost, it's not super powdery, it's almost like putty, but it's not. It is the weirdest formula. I don't know if it's baked actually, I don't know. It is strange formula, but as soon as I started using it in my inner corner and actually using a brush and not so much a finger or like a big fluffy brush, I hit pan really fast in this, and I ended up really liking it because it does give a really natural glow and finish to the skin. It's just the application took me a little bit of time to realize what to do with it. Yeah, it took me some time to figure out how to use it to the best of its ability, but once I did, I kind of fell in love with it. So yeah, I'm going to keep this. Okay, moving on to liquid highlighters, and then I think I have one cream in here, or a couple of creams. I'm going to get rid of all of these because I don't ever use them and I don't like them. I have tried to pan or like get through my Academy of Color ones, and to be honest, I have enjoyed them during the time that I tried to pan them. You can see I had some marks on them. Maybe that was the only one I was panning. Yeah, actually that was the only one I was panning, but I was trying to use them all last year quite a bit, but I just don't think I have it in me to use them anymore, and I don't enjoy the application process of these. I much prefer cream highlighters or powder highlighters. I do not like liquid, so I'm going to get rid of these three. They're also very old. I'm also going to get rid of this. This is the Elica Beauty one. I got this in a beauty box and it's just a terrible color on me. Also, I'll shake it, but I swatched it the other day and it looked like the formula had broken up. It just didn't look, I don't know if you can see that, but it just looks like it's separated. You can see like the oil from the liquid. It looks like it's separated. I don't know. I mean, if I shear it out, it does actually give a really nice bronzy look. I don't know, maybe I should use it as like a bronze topper. Oh, now I don't know. Maybe I should do that because I've never put that on. I've never put it on my skin. Okay, maybe I'll hold on to this one. I know the other three. I know what they look like on the skin. This one I'm not so sure. So let me do that let me work on that in a Shop My Stash and figure it out. I'm going to get rid of this though because I do have the cream version. So I've got, this is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid and then the cream. The cream that I have, which is a stick, is very much broken, but I do prefer the application of this and I do like the look of it over the liquid. And I also didn't buy this one. It was decluttered to me by my mum. And I don't think she realized that I had this already. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I just don't need it. I don't use it. I'm going to keep this one though. Next I've got the Do You liquid highlighter in the shade Claire. I think that's what it is. I like this. Now this is a liquid liquid highlighter, and I just said I don't like them, but I like that it has this application. I really hate the pipettes. I think they are just terrible inventions and they don't work, but I like this, and this is really beautiful on the skin, so I'm going to keep it. I like using that in the winter. I like icy pinks in the winter, so that one I'm keeping. And then I got this from Poundland. This is Rimmel London Insta Strobing highlighter in Gold Glow. This is actually pretty decent, and you can use this as sort of a base before you put your foundation, or you can mix it with your foundation. But I actually have really enjoyed this, not so much as a highlighter, but more as just a skin base, just to get you prepped. Almost like, you know, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, or, you know, all the other dupes that are out there. This is actually not that bad. So while I have it, I'm going to keep it. Oops. And then this one I got in a beauty box. This is the Bella Pierre Golden Glow Liquid Highlighter. This one, I thought, because it said Golden Glow, I thought it was going to be too golden. But I did end up opening it, and actually it's not bad. So I'm going to keep this one as well. It's a little bit of a thicker formula, but I kind of like it, and it does sheer out, but it's something obviously to wear more like in spring, summertime, not so much in the winter. So I'm going to keep that one as well. Okay, next we'll move on to bronzers. I actually don't have that many bronzers. It's just not a category that I go crazy about. I also don't have any bronzers that I really love, apart from in my face palettes, which I'll get into. But yeah, I actually only have 2 cream ones currently as singles, and then I have a cream bronzer in a palette, but this is the Amber shade from ABH. I really like this one. I'm really glad that I bought it because I think it's very enjoyable and it's really easy to wear. It is just not super dark. It doesn't pull. Some bronzers pull too orange and some pull too red. This one is just the perfect sort of in the middle tone for me, and I really enjoy that. So this one I'm definitely keeping. I picked up the Milk mini one in the shade, what is this? This has a shade, right? Baked, I guess. I haven't used it too much. It is newer to me. They're both pretty new to me, but this one is new. I bought this year and I like it. I think it's a little too sheer. I mean, I just feel like I can sheer it out into nothing. I don't know. It is nice. Like, let me actually swatch them side by side. It is really nice. It's a beautiful formula and it doesn't look patchy or anything. So I hate things that end up being patchy because I'm not the best at blending anything. And when I swatch it there, it looks good. And then this one is a little bit more neutral. This one's a little bit more warm tone. But this one sheers out so much that sometimes I don't enjoy it. I mean, they both sheer out, obviously, but I feel like this one you can end up seeing this one still on my skin as opposed to the Milk one, which is a little bit interesting. So yeah, I like them both. I only have 2 creams, so I'm going to keep both of them, but Milk one, not my favorite. Okay, then I've got a Kiko here. This is the Warm Honey. It is enormous. Enormous. Now, had I gone a shade darker, I think I would have really enjoyed this, but this doesn't do anything. This does not show up on my skin. Do you see that? And I've been humming and ahhing whether I should declutter this or not. You know what, it's just so beautiful. I think I'm just gonna maybe try to use it as like a finishing powder when I have a deep enough tan. I don't know, I'm gonna try and use it that way. Maybe it'll work that way, and not so much as a bronzer. I can't really use it as a bronzer because it doesn't bronze my face, and I tried this in the winter too and it did absolutely nothing. I'm going to keep it because I love the packaging. I really like Kiko Milano. I like the formula. It's just the shade is just too light. I've got this. This is from Makeup Revolution. The original one that I had was in the shade Light. Now I did end up frankening this, so it does look pretty horrendous, but I did franken it and I tried to lighten it, and I also added some shimmer to it, which I actually kind of like the way that it turned out. It's still like a beautiful neutral, and it's dark enough. I mean, I don't know, I was trying to lighten it. I don't think I ended up lightening it, but I did add the shimmer, which I think gave it a nicer look on my skin. So that was sort of the test for me, because I didn't like it as it was. I felt like it was really patchy, and even though it was light, it was far too dark for me. I really needed to get the one before that, but when I bought this, I swear they didn't have them. I think they came out later. But yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's my first and only Franken product, and it works out. I mean, there's so much product here as well. Like, you get 15 grams. Holy smokes, so much product. And then I added more because obviously I added highlighter and some more powder. So yeah, that one I'm gonna have for a long time. Hopefully I'll try to pan it one day. I've got the Ofra Bronzer Americano here. So this one unfortunately is too dark for me. And I have thought about decluttering it a couple of times. I did have it in the Shop My Stash a couple of months ago, and I noticed that I was able to see the rings. Hopefully you can see them. So I think instead of decluttering it, I think I just want to try and pan it. I'm going to try and pan it because it is really beautiful, but it's that color. It's like, I have like highlighters, that color that I have decluttered because it's too orange. It pulls too orange on me. So I have to be super, super lightweight with this, or just succumb to a very, very bronzy orange look, which, you know what, sometimes it doesn't look so bad on me, but it's not something I want to do all the time. So it's going to pass this declutter, but I think eventually I will have to declutter this because it's just not my cup of tea. Okay, this one I'm going to declutter. This is from Primark. It's the Topaz Glow highlighter, and I kept this. I bought like 3 different highlighters from Primark last time I went to Primark, and I bought loads of makeup. This was in England, and this is the one that I saved from my last declutter because I have used it the most. And to be fair, it does give off beautiful glows, but it's too dark for me. I just can't make it work. And there's never a moment in my life where I am this tan at the moment that I would need something these colors. So I'm going to say goodbye to this. Okay, then I've got a Technique shimmer bronzer. Do I have a shade? Is there a shade name for this? Probably not. No, it's just the shimmer bronzer. Who knows? It looks pretty dark, but it's actually very neutral. It's kind of, you can almost use it like sort of, I don't know, as a contour shade almost. It is very, very neutral, but it does have a beautiful glow to it in certain lights. So I'm going to keep it. I actually do enjoy that. Hopefully the lighting isn't getting too dark because I'm filming and the light is disappearing. Okay, so this is from Kiko Milano. It's the Warm Melange Lost in Amalfi. I'm going to keep this. I really do enjoy it. And I've gotten to a point where I haven't flattened the dome yet, but I'm getting there. So yeah, I just want to keep going with this one. And it's more like of a yellowy bronzer, but still warm and neutral. So it works for my skin. I'm keeping that one. This one, I think I'm going to say goodbye because I don't like it. So this is the Milani Dolce. It's the baked one. And I feel like these two are actually very similar. But I think I don't like this one as much. Yeah, I don't think the pigment is as pretty as the Kiko Milano one. They're awfully similar, but I just don't find, and I don't like this compact. It just so bulky. Whereas this is nice and slimmer. So yeah, I'm actually going to say goodbye to this Milani one, unfortunately. All right, moving on, we have an Essence. This is the Hello Good Stuff Matte and Glow Bronzer with Cocoa. This is interesting, right? This is the shade, yeah, Cocoa Kissed. It smells like cocoa. It smells pretty amazing. This pulls really pretty dark on me, actually. I have to be careful with this. I get very, very bronzy with this. But I kind of like it. I don't know, something about it where it's very soft. It's a real soft formula. And that's the 2 colors, obviously side by side, but I usually just go in the middle and swoosh it all around. I'm going to keep this. I do like it. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it enough to not use it. So that's good enough for me to keep at the moment. I told you I don't really care too much about bronzers. They're just not my, you know, if a bronzer works good, then that's fine. I'm not into the finer details about them. Okay, this is the Warm Tone Essence Sun Club Natural Glow Bronzing Powder. Gosh, such a long name. This one I do prefer more, but I'm also going to keep this one as well. I just think it's slightly different to the other one. This one's really good for winter. This one, I really only should use it in spring, summertime, but this one I can use all year round. So yeah, I'll keep both of those. And then I've got Kinda Beauty Kind Bronze in Blissful Bronze. This is nice. I like this. Kind of looks like the Physicians Formula one. I think they're kind of duping the look of that, but I don't know if it dupes what it looks like because I've never had that one. But this is more of it's a darker one, and it's more of that brick sort of reddish bronzer, but I don't have many of those, so I'm actually going to keep that. I kind of like it. Okay, these are my blush. So I don't have that many blush compared to some other people, and I'm also not crazy about cream blushes. So my cream blush collection is actually only this. It's pretty small. But yeah, let's get through this. So this one I'm trying to pan, so I'm not going to declutter it. It is the shade Prenup. It's one of the ColourPop Super Shock cheeks, and I've had it for a couple of years. I'm so close to finishing it. I just want to say goodbye to this. So this one is just going to be one that I keep until it is dead. This one I'm going to get rid of. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I couldn't tell you the name of it because I don't have names on here. But I've tried to make this work, and every time I try, it's patchy. I don't know why people like these. It just is so patchy, and also the color is just blah to me. I don't really like that sort of tone of pink on me, so I'm going to declutter this. Unfortunately, I have tried to make it work every time. I don't think I've ever used it and I've enjoyed it, and I don't want to keep products that happens, so I'm just going to say goodbye, unfortunately. This is beautiful. This is the Lip and Cheek Bum Bum from Deli Plus. I think that's the name. I don't think it has any other name, but it used to be really, really beautiful. It had a beautiful, beautiful embossing, but I've ruined it. But it's like a powder to cream. So as you warm it up, it gets creamier. And this looks beautiful on the lips and also on the cheeks. I mostly do it on the cheeks as a blush. But it's got those beautiful shimmers to it. And it is just stunning. It's like one of my favorite blushes that I have. It is such a joy to use. So yeah, definitely keeping that. This one I'm going to keep. So as opposed to the e.l.f. putty one, this one doesn't get all patchy on me. This is Rimmel London Majestic Pink, if I can open it. It's pretty much the same color as that e.l.f. putty blush, but the formula is nicer, believe it or not. I guess it's it leans a little bit more lilac than the e.l.f., but it doesn't sheer out like the e.l.f. It actually keeps its pigment, but you can blend it out while it still keeps that beautiful pigment. So I'm going to keep that because it's just a better formula, and it was £1. I got it at Poundland. Okay, moving on, I've got a Phase Zero. This is Arabian Nights. I like this. This is really nice. It is a beautiful orangey coral color. Formula is great. It doesn't get patchy on my skin. It's really flattering. I don't know. I really like this one, so I'm keeping that. I've got a MAC Go Play one. This is the So Natural. And I definitely want to pick up some more. It's a beautiful putty-like formula, and it's such a natural shade. Oh my gosh. I never used to be into these like real neutral shades, but I am now. It's really, really beautiful. Might not show up on every skin tone, that one, because it is pretty light. And also, if you have a tan, like in the summer, it might not be the best, but in the winter, it's really beautiful. All right, so this one is not a blush, but I put it in with my blushes to use as a liquid blush. It's the Lime Crime Liquid Lipstick in Red Velvet. Because I was trying to use this in a Shop My Stash and I could not do it. And then I tried to use it as a blush and it looked pretty as a blush. It really did. Because it does a really good job at shearing out, and it keeps that beautiful sort of pink reddish color that I don't have in my other cream blushes. Gosh, I was going to declutter this, but actually I think I'm going to keep it and see if I'll use it a little bit more, because I haven't reached for it since I did that, and maybe I won't the next time I do declutter. So, but I'm going to keep it for now, actually. I thought I was going to get rid of it. Oops. Anyway, moving on, we have the Kiss and Smink blush in the shade Tulum. This brand has, they basically, all their products are like this. They're just stick form, and they've got highlighters, blush, and I think they have a bronzer too. I was eyeing them up. I got this in a beauty box, but I definitely would love to try something else from them because I love this blush. It is absolutely stunning. It's got so many flips and shades to it, but it looks beautiful. And you can also put this on the lips. I don't think I've put it on the lips though. I think I just put it on my cheeks, and it's stunning. Okay, this is the Lord & Berry crayon blush. I've never used a crayon blush. I'm going to keep it and try it out. Haven't tried it yet, just swatched it. But yeah, it's a beautiful sort of mauvey color. And you know what? If it works, then great. So we'll see how that goes. Right, here are my powder blushes. I know straight away I'm going to get rid of this one. This is the Primark by Invitation Only Multidimensional Ombre Blusher. This has obviously got all this pink here, but you can also use this side for bronzer. And I guess this side, I don't know, as a highlighter, I don't know. I kind of just swish in the middle. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't think it's a product that I need, to be honest. I bought it on a whim. And I don't know, I just don't think I really care for it, so I'm gonna pull that away. Okay, so this one is the Petal Pusher from ColourPop. I don't like this. I don't know what I don't like about it, because when I put it on my cheeks, it looks pretty. I just think it's a bit boring, and I think that's the problem I have with it. I also have a very similar shade to this. So this one kind of looks like this. I got it in the Lilac You a Lot sort of bundle they had, so it's very pinkish lilac-y. But I have another one from ColourPop, the Night Bloom here, this one. Yeah, Night Bloom. And I feel like this one gives me what this one should. This is a little bit more light, but they're pretty much the same color. This is more purpley and this one's more pink. And I feel like this one is not special enough. This one is. So I'm going to keep the Night Bloom, but I think I want to get rid of Petal Pusher, but I also like these. I think they're really cute, and I don't know, I like having a collection of them. Not a huge collection, but I do quite like having a collection. I just think if it was a different color, I'd be happy, but it's such a similar color to Night Bloom that I find it hard to justify keeping it and using both of them, because, you know, at the end of the day, I like to hit pan on things, and I just feel like I'm gonna have to work on these two shades that are so similar. This one I've had longer, and this one I like more, but they both look nice on the cheeks. I don't know. That's a hard one for me to decide. Let me think about this. Okay, so I've got the Essence Blush Lighter. This one I was going to get rid of, but I had it in my Shop My Stash recently, and I've been really enjoying it, so I'm not going to get rid of this actually. I think it's a really beautiful lightweight blush. It's not super pigmented, but it is a beautiful sheer of color, so actually I am going to keep it, which just surprised me. This one I'm definitely keeping. It's Kiko Milano Shadow of the Earth. Beautiful, beautiful color. I just love it. It smells amazing too. Most of their products smell amazing, but I love how neutral it is. It's just really beautiful neutral shade, and I don't have many blushes that color, so I'm keeping that one. Moving on, I've got a Lancome here. This is the Subtle Blushing Treasure blush. So this one's really old, but it's really beautiful. And so what do I do with it? It kind of reminds me of my Bum Bum blush as well. Like it kind of looks like this one. Obviously it's just, this one's more coral, this one's more pink, but they still have that like flecks of sort of yellow to them and gold to them. I don't know, in my lighting I can see that, you might not be able to see that. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one. Okay, so next up I've got Phase Zero again, but this one is Making Moves, and it's not a cream, it is a powder. But it's pretty much the same. Oh my gosh, I can't open this. It's pretty much the same color as my cream one. I just can't get rid of that. It is too stunning to get rid of. So yeah, I'm keeping that. I've got a Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is the Caring Coral. And this one's stunning too. I did have hard pan, but it's disappeared, so that's nice. And this is a beautiful pink. I really like this color. And it looks good on the cheeks. You know what? I think I am gonna, I think I am gonna get rid of this. I've been thinking about it. I can't really concentrate on anything else because I'm thinking about this so much. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh, yeah, I think it's just too baby pink. Okay, so I've got Lottie London here. This is in the shade Haze. Got this in a beauty box. I think it was the glossy box at some point. This is really beautiful. This sort of surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be so beautiful. It is really, really stunning. So yeah, keeping that one. Next up, I've got from May Beauty. This is a quad, obviously. It is the Coral Blusher and Sun-Kissed Highlighter. I actually like both of these. I love the blush, and highlighter is good too. The blush is a really beautiful orange blush. So really, I only use this spring, summer, but it is a corally orange, delicious blush. And then the highlighter is good too. So yeah, this is a really good product. I really like this. Okay, next up, I've got a Bella Pierre Cosmetics. This is a loose blush. I've never used this before. It's a loose powder. This is the mineral blush in the shade Amaretto. I haven't even swatched this, so I need to play around with this. I'm going to keep it because obviously I want to see what it's like. But yeah, I haven't done that yet. Then I've got a Milani blush. This is Petal Primavera. You know what? I don't think I like Milani because I decluttered my foundation from them. I've just decluttered my bronzer from them. And I don't think this blush is all that amazing. I don't know. I'm going to keep it because it is easy to wear. But I don't think it's all that great. So yeah, that might be something that I get rid of eventually. I've got the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow in the shade Daydream. This is stunning, but I do think it's a little bit too glowy for me. I'm not in love with it like I thought I would be, which is kind of sad for me to say because I was really excited to get it. And it's almost like a glowy highlighter blush. It is like a blush topper. It is so beautiful. But it does emphasize, oh my gosh, it does emphasize my skin quite a bit because it's so glowy. So I need to find a way to wear this that complements me and not make me look too bad. But yeah, very beautiful. All right, moving on, we have another ColourPop. This is the Fresh and Peachy. I love this one, so I'm definitely keeping this one. So at least I'll have two little blushes from ColourPop from my collection. But yeah, this is a beautiful peachy coral. It's stunning. Next, I've got the Revlon Mauvelis in the shade 3. I've got a little bit of a dent in this one, so I think I would really love to pan this. This one I've had issues with in the past where it does look a little bit patchy, and it also pulls quite pink. It is the Mauvelis, so you'd expect it to be a little bit more mauve, but it is quite pink. And yeah, I don't think it's the best formula, if I'm honest. So this has always been one that I've been iffy about. But because I do have a nice little dip forming, I think I'm going to keep it for now. Okay, I've got this one. This is Yes Love, a blush palette. My mom bought this when she came to visit me for €1.99, and then she left it here. She didn't even take it with her. So I've been swatching it, and it's stunning. And I'm just like, why did you leave it here? It is so beautiful. So I'm definitely keeping this. I'm going to play around with it because it has a beautiful, beautiful peachy shimmer. All right, last two blush here. I've got Kiko Milano Tuscan Iris. This one I'm going to keep because it's a really nice neutral, and obviously it's lighter over here. You can go a little bit darker. I usually go in the middle, to be honest, but I do like this one. This one doesn't work so well in the summer months, but in the winter it is a beautiful blush. And then this one is Kiko Milano as well, and this is my biggest disappointment from them so far because I don't like it, and I really want to like it. It's so beautiful, but I don't think I like mauve blushes. I think that's what I've kind of realized. This one is more mauvey than the Revlon one though. You can see that one is this one, and then you've got this really bright pink one from Revlon, which is mauvelous. But yeah, it is pretty. I was just so disappointed in it. I don't know if I like mauve blush on me. I'm going to keep it. The compact is beautiful. It is a newer blush to me. I've only had it since February time, so I'm going to keep it. Oh, and then we've got one here. I didn't see it. This is the e.l.f. Quad, This is their minis. This is the Cantaloupe, when you get the highlighter and the blush. I'm keeping this because I don't have any other blush like it. It is just a really beautiful sort of yellowy, orangey, peachy blush. I really like it. So it's interesting. And the highlighter is not bad too. It's not my favorite, but definitely keeping it for the blush, and I keep it with my blushes because that's kind of when I use it. But yeah, blush category, only got rid of 1 cream and 2 powders. To be honest with you, I might end up keeping this anyway because of the fact that I, you know, can have 3, but I don't know. It's hard, right? I don't have too many blush. Like, I try to get through my products, you know, and I try to love what I have. So it's kind of hard for me to get rid of items just to get rid of them. But some of these that I've got rid of so far today have been easy to get rid of. Let's move on to face palettes and then we're done. All right, these are my face palettes. So I'll just start with this one. This is my, actually no, I have another cream one. Okay, so I've got the e.l.f. Electric Mood. So let me just explain this. This is not the cream highlighter that it comes with this palette. I've already finished that one. However, all the others did come with this palette. So I'm almost done with the bronzer. You can see it is absolutely disgusting. By the time you see this video, I might have already been done with it. I'm working on these 2 blushes, mostly this one just because of this time of year. And this is a depotted cream highlighter from a different compact that I have put in here. It's actually my Bomb Bomb highlighter, which, let me just show you the compact. It's actually from this compact, which I took out because I had a kind of a really nice pan in here, and I just thought, oh, we'll fit in here and I'll probably use it more. But it's really beautiful, and I'm keeping it obviously because I'm trying to pan it, but it's a really beautiful sort of glowy cream highlighter. But anyway, yeah, so this I am working on. I'm trying to get through. I've got the Peachy from Chic Glam. This is really nice. I really like this. I think it's they're trying to dupe the one of the Huda Beauties or Natasha, I don't know which one it is. But you have a cream here. It is a cream highlighter, but I've used it. It's kind of like a bronzer. It's kind of bronzery, but it's mostly a highlighter. And then you've got 3 powders here, and I'm going to keep this because I really like it. It's kind of lightweight, but it's pretty nice for the summer. I really like these 2 shades too. I like this as a blush topper, and then this is a nice highlighter, but you have to be careful because it's pretty blinding, and I did put it on my nose once and my nose was quite yellow. So you got to be careful with that. But yeah, I'm keeping this. Then I've got the Douglas All Glow highlighting palette. Yeah, I don't think there's any other name for this. This one I'm keeping. I've only had it for a few months. It's really nice. And yeah, I use this as a bronzer topper. Then I've got this one as a blush, and then the rest I use as various highlighters when I do use it, and I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, keeping that. Then I've got the Belgian Waffle, and I think this is my favorite bronzer formula. I dip into this one, sometimes dip into the 2 of them together. So obviously these 2 are the ones I'm working on the most. I've only used cinnamon, I think, once. It's just too dark for me. But otherwise, these 2 highlighters are really nice too. Maple, the same thing with cinnamon, it's just too dark. So I don't know, I think I'll probably just work on these. Once those are sort of done, I'll have to declutter the palette because I just can't use these 2, which is unfortunate. But this is my favorite all-time bronzer that I have. I don't know, it's hard for me to swatch now because my hand is so dirty, but it's like a cool tone bronzer. It's almost like a contour shade, but it's really, really beautiful. It works really nicely with my skin, so I really, really enjoy it. And if I hit pan and finish it and they still have this being sold, I might actually have to buy it. I really do like this palette. I know some people don't, but I do. And then there's the Ofra Glow Up. I got this in a beauty box. This is a highlight for every mood occasion. This is, it's got Beverly Hills, Star Island, Blissful, and Rodeo Drive. They might be in different spots because I did end up taking them all out at some point and then putting them back. So I don't know if these 3 are still in the spot that they're supposed to be. It's a pretty nice compact to have. I'm not a huge fan of these blinding highlighters, I have to say, from Ofra. They're just not something that I've ever really used all that much, but they are very stunning. And it's nice to have this little wheel here. So yeah, I'm going to keep this because, as I said, it's nice to have, but it's not my all-time favorite. And then I have a Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek. Yeah. And this one's got the two creams, which I have dipped into. I don't care for this one too much. It says it's a bounce cream blush. I find the formula very, very, very dry. Very, very, very dry. Like you can warm it up, but it takes a really long time. And even after you warm it up, it doesn't warm up that much. However, having said that, I really enjoy the Glow highlighter, and I do enjoy this one over here. I think this is a beautiful highlighter. Let me just swatch some of these. That's that highlighter. I'm probably not going to swatch very well because, as I said, I'm absolutely filthy now. Yeah, that's this one, which you can see it's pretty pigmented. And then, what am I trying to swatch? Let's swatch this one. Yeah, you might not be able to see all that. I haven't tried this at all. It's just too dark. But yeah, I think this is nice. I don't get the hype with Natasha Denona. I'm trying to, but I don't. So maybe their other palettes are better than this. I think the blush palettes are supposed to be better than this. I think this is probably the worst one. Just from what other people have said, this is the worst cheap palette that she's come out with. I think the tan one was better, but I got this, it was on sale at Look Fantastic. I think they still sell it. But anyway, yeah, so that is it. All right, so this is everything I'm getting rid of. It's not a huge amount. I didn't go into this thinking I was going to get rid of tons and tons of products because for me, that's just not realistic. But I think all of this makes sense. The only thing I'm kind of slightly regretting is this. So I think I'm going to keep this one. I just don't want to declutter something I don't feel comfortable decluttering yet. But everything else, what is this doing over here? I'm not decluttering this, all this. No. Okay, just making sure because those were not to be decluttered. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of liquid highlighters that I have used, I just don't even use them anymore. This bronzer, which I could keep, it's just, what's the point? I just don't care about it. The other one I'm going to get rid of, yeah, this one is the formula. The formula is not very good with this one, this I&M. And then hopefully I can find someone who will enjoy this. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just a bad shade for me. And then the putty blush. There's so much product here. Hopefully I can find someone who can use this, but I don't know if I can. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Sorry it wasn't a huge declutter, but I did my best. And hopefully the lighting didn't get too dark. It's very dark for me right now. So I'll try to do something in editing to make it a little bit lighter for you. But yeah, hopefully everyone is well, and I will see you next time. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and yeah, take care everyone. Bye.